Good Saturday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV, the internal combustion engine age YouTube channel. Talks about all my cars and trucks and motorcycles in Florida. And wow. Hey, good Saturday morning there for all those people that watch my channel. Thanks as always for tuning in and watching me gab away. You know what? It's a Saturday, and I really don't do long videos on Saturday, but I just like to keep the morning conversations going. I think my hearing aid has problems. I'm going to go to Costco and get my hearing aid looked at because it cuts in and out. You know, it's just crazy. I really wasn't going to do a video this morning per se because ongoing conversations, I try to keep more to Monday through Friday and try to delve in to get a lot of information and topic. And I really didn't do much of that per se last night. Besides, if you've watched the media, it's unbelievable. The fixation on a former president that never seems to go away. But here I am in the Bronco Wild Track. Got the Ford F-450 really located over to my side of the house because my neighbors are back in town. So had to get this thing back over here for the association to take a picture of my driveway. But I'm going to drive the Wild Track this morning. I'm going to get breakfast. But you know, the reason I'm making this video this morning is so strange. If you follow my channel, you'll see in the morning time I have like a cough. And it's really aggravating, and I've always kind of taken it to be my GERD challenges, and I've talked about that in great length so many times for my channel over the last year or so or more. And I'm driving, and I'm making sure nobody's behind me to be run over. So anyways, it's just so weird. My coughing down here in Florida, it's really weird. It's last July. I kind of had the same thing, but I kind of, just forgot about it. But I've been down here in Florida now for a week. And I tell you what, back up north, I wake up many nights in the middle of the night, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and I will start coughing and hacking like you can't believe. I mean, it's very distressing and it's embarrassing because it's just such like a deep cough. And sometimes I wonder, there must be something more going on than my GERD issues. And what's even more interesting, my wife here recently said, have you ever looked at the back of your arms? Because I've been an outdoor person most of my life. And I've had tons and tons of sun on my body. I used to live on the water, on the boats, every weekend. I mean, I used to do a lot of outdoor, basically no shirt on. And you just got a lot of sun exposure. And so what's weird is she saw like these little, I guess as you get older, you get just little, not scabs, but you kind of start to see things in your body. You start to think, is this skin cancer? And so my wife kind of brought me to abreast of that, and I've really been kind of keeping an eye on both sides of my arms. Like, what's kind of going on? Even to the degree, even on my legs. Like, what's kind of going on here as I get older in life? And people understand, you get older in life, your skin changes, and you should be very abreast to any type of skin cancer that happens. I mean, it's very common as you get older in life, and it's even common in younger people as well. And it's not that end of the world. It's more about you better go get it addressed so it doesn't become the end of the world. And usually you can. So, dermatology. But anyways, what's really weird is, since I've got down here in Florida, all that is gone. This morning, I was like feeling, my body, and I started feeling my arms, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. The freaking, scabs and everything are gone off my body. And I'm just like, what is that all about? And then the coughing. My coughing has like totally calmed down. I mean, it's so, for me, I'm just reaching out as a YouTuber thinking to myself, I'm on well water. Is there something going on with my well water? And sure, I have a filter on it, but I tell you what, that well every now and then gets really dirty, and I go through filters. And in fact, we had major problems this past last spring, summer, of just a lot of debris in the water, where I thought my well was going bad right before I came down here July of last year. And so anyways, I'm just starting to think to myself, it's like, this is so weird that I've now been basically away from my home from drinking water now from, a week ago Friday. So a little over a week. but I'm not having nearly the coughing. I mean, if you watch my channel, you'll see many mornings that I'll be out there and I'll cough. And then even drinking coffee, I attribute to drinking the coffee that irritates my GERD. So anyways, you know what? It's a video, I'm sure, that maybe is more on a personal note, but it's all about information. And for me, maybe it helps others as well. I mean, sometimes I think you live in your own environment, and you're so accustomed to living in your own environment. And unbeknownst to you, you're an environment that is actually creating detrimental, harm to your own life, because you just don't understand that you may be, we know just over the years they find, radiation in people's homes, they find mold in people's homes, and then are you drinking city water, well water? And I'm on well water. And when I'm down here in Florida, I typically drink bottled water for the most part, but I also drink the city water here. I'm so not accustomed to the city water, but I drink that as well. And so once again, it's just really, to me, befuddling that I have not had this coughing. And once again, if you watch my channel, I think someone would be like, yeah, it really seems like the Iceman here lately doesn't really cough a lot when he's on his channel. And of course, I'm standing up, walking around, and that has a little bit more to do with, I think, too, me sitting down. But at the same time, the biggest thing that kind of just clicked in my brain this morning was, wow, I have not been waking up and getting this radical, huge, very deep cough. It's bad stuff. And if anybody out there has coughing issues, you know what I mean. But what's so cool is one of my subscribers, Dan, out of Canada. He is so cool. He sent me a personal video of his residence and his dogs, and I think it's Gus and Jerome, and his really cool B5 Blue wide body Hellcat Charger Daytona edition, which is really a badass looking car. Can't emphasize enough, Dan. Thanks for reaching out and sharing with you, sharing your life with my life. And he's just a really great guy, cool guy, great comments, great support. And so recognizing Dan this morning, thank you for sending that personal video to share your life's experiences in your life, which is really cool. I'm here at McDonald's now. I got to cut it off for a second as I get my morning breakfast. Oh, the interruptions. I like the hat. I like my Ford hat. I so like that retro Ford truck. I really did love the look of the 70s Ford trucks, especially the early 70 trucks. They're so cool. It'd be so cool to get one of those. But the whole thing in this morning's conversation, as we all progress and have our challenges in life, you know that your health, your well-being, it is so crucial to your longevity. And that's the reason I'm sharing this video, because maybe somebody else has this same problem, and it's not really something you want to share with others, because in so many ways it's embarrassing. It really is. When you have health issues, you feel, like you're not, you're not doing great, and you really want to share that. I got to pay the McDonald's person. Okay, got my 2 sausage burritos, sausage egg burritos, McDonald's, hash brown, coffee. I usually don't eat the hash brown, but I just buy the meal. And so anyways, back to the conversation this morning. Once again, the reason I'm posting this is a little bit more of a personal note. But that's the thing about life, which you kind of learn and experiences. You hear somebody else talk about something, and then you're kind of like, wow. And that's the reason I'm making this video, is for me, I really feel very confident now more than ever that something's going on back at my property with my own water. It has to be, because my body seems to react to it. Because why would I be down here in Florida when my eating habits, my whole lifestyle, as far as what I do, drinking coffee, the foods I eat and drink, that hasn't changed. Nothing's different. So why is my coughing dissipating, and why is my skin clearing up? And I would have to honestly say, maybe my body, maybe there's too much copper or iron. I know I could have the water tested, and I could have a better, water filtration system put in, which that's maybe something I need to do and look into. I'm just speaking out loud for anybody out there. And once again, unfortunately for a lot of people in this world, they don't have the capability to escape their daily routine. I mean, whether you realize it or not, I've been married to my business and my property for so many years because I was such the worker and wanting success that I always felt guilty of leaving my property, leaving my business. And so for so many years, I've always have been strangleholded to my environment, and I can't get away, and I felt guilty if I did. Well, so many years ago, I started finally getting away. Ooh, there's a nice, if you'll see, it's a plum crazy. You just kind of saw it. Now I gotta go through the gate. It's the routine. But anyways, again, this is more about the conversation. Here's the kid. I got McDonald's, baby.
Oh, I was just about to say we're going there, so I would get you something.
I got it.
What did you get?
Burritos and coffee.
Okay.
You know, it's really weird. Isn't it really weird? Have you noticed my coughing really has kind of gone away?
It's really not.
Okay, so you don't know I wake up in the middle of the night, 2, 3 in the morning, and cough and hack like crazy? You don't know that?
No.
You don't understand all that. Anyways, all right, bye-bye. That guy's funny. The gay guy's like, we're going to get replaced by artificial intelligence, which he's right. That guy, eventually that position will be gone. Yeah, the kid. Here's the kid, so supportive. Have you not? It's kind of like, you know what? She's so fixated on that popcorn. Yeah, well, she doesn't know. In my house, she's so far away from where my room is to her room. She doesn't hear me at, middle of night, hacking and coughing away like you can't believe. So, but here's the thing. If you're watching right now, if I hacked and coughed this morning as I started hacking and coughing, maybe it is my imagination. I don't think so. I'm a guy that is used to waking up at nighttime and really having the challenges of the coughing. And I've so many years have thought it was the GERD issue, but now I'm starting to wonder if it is the GERD. I don't think it is. Yeah, and sure, some people are like, oh, you could have lung cancer, or you could have this issue. I mean, you're right. It's possible. I mean, I get all that. So, anyways, kind of just wanted to say hello to everybody this morning, on a Saturday morning. Overcast day. What I'm going to do, my bed rug is coming in today. So, do I get that knocked out over my brother's house, where I take my truck over to my brother's house, park it in the garage, and do the bed rug and roll-up cover? That's a possibility. And it's President's Day, Monday. That's usually the big car sale, weekend advertising sales for all those people out there selling cars, or hoping that the President's Day sale brings some people in, and all the other sales for the stores and everything else. And I'm so disappointed. I haven't been able to get my new Crocs down here because nobody has them local without me having to go to the mall or order them online, which anymore, I guess you just order them online, right? But I'd rather go get them in the store and put them on, because obviously I didn't do a good job with the last ones that I thought were the right size. But it is what it is. There you go. Keeping politics out of the call, the conversations, even though, Jesus Christ. Is this just unbelievable? I mean, sincerely, is anybody really figuring out? When do people start to figure out that the masters of deflection, deception is happening more than ever? I mean, it's incredible on how the media machine continues to focus on one guy, and you just have to say to yourself, there's so many things going on behind the scenes that just aren't being talked about because everybody's fixated on something else. And I call it the masters of deception. I really think. What's really unfortunate is, I mean, you really have to wonder with our participation. Now, we'll talk a little bit just about this on a Saturday morning, or I'll just drive you. You really have to wonder through our participation in Ukraine's war, now Israel's war, the Hamas, the Houthi. You really have to wonder. It's very disturbing in my view that something happens here in our own backyard. You just have to really feel like it's a ticking time bomb. Here's the neighbors, and what's interesting here is most people that have dogs have little bitty dogs, not big dogs, which kind of makes sense. And this is a nice home right here. This is a pretty big home. In some ways, I think that's like the biggest home in a development. So many widows are down here. Let's say an older woman Look at this, 2-level. Look at the big garage. So there are some pretty decent sized houses back here. And yeah, but like I say, this is a corner house, which is pretty good sized home for this neighborhood. That's probably like a 2,500 foot square foot home. But anyways, the ongoing wars, I mean, we really are in war, and you really have to wonder if the irritation of us funding these wars doesn't hit us, domestic side, stateside. I mean, it really is very concerning. It just seems like the powers to be in our country, I don't feel good about the powers to be in our country really have a handle on the consequences that could possibly play out. And you know what? Don't get me wrong. I'm no military expert. I'd love to hear other people's opinions and views, because I understand that the president doesn't make all decisions and rule the world. But at the same time, I just think I think many people probably would also feel like we're pushing it, because we're really getting so exposed to so many different personalities and regions and religions and goals that can come back to revenge. I think that's really what's possible. Here's my neighbor. He's moving to South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina, because they just had their day here and they just don't really like it. But he walks his dog a lot. I said yesterday, who gets more exercise, you or the dog? And that's the thing about here for the older community. They all walk their dogs, which it is a great thing to do. And here's the trash tree. So is that an oak tree? Is that a native oak tree in Florida? My daughter says it's not. It's an argument, and I've challenged her to tell me what it is. What do you think that is? But she claims by the style leaf that leaf is, it's not an oak tree. And all it does, as I've talked many times, is it trashes the neighborhood. Now here in this neighborhood, I'm already in violation. Not only am I in violation of the truck in my driveway, but the Bronco being into the sidewalk. So this is total violation, because somebody that's walking down the sidewalk has to walk outside of the sidewalk to get around it. Yeah, I've talked a lot about wishing I bought our house down here. So many ways I wish I would have. But there's also a fine line there that coming down here and spending time with my mother and father and my kid is, if I had another house down here, it wouldn't be the same type of environment for my parents, because I wouldn't be here. I would be up the road. And then it'd be hard to justify to be owning a home down here without making an Airbnb to make money off of it, which wouldn't be a bad idea, but that's kind of changed. But the whole point is, for my family, it wouldn't be the same experience for my daughter and for us in general, because you have to leave. I go with the house, so I wouldn't be here as much. So in some ways, you just have to think, it just ain't meant to be. Now I got to get back in the house. Oh, I just can't shut the hell up, can I? But hey, yesterday I got my definitely my left hearing aid screwed up. I got to take it to Costco. So I put on this front mud flap, splash guard, whatever you call it, and it's such a drag, because on the right hand side of this truck, everything lined up perfectly. Everything lined up perfectly for the things to be slammed on. The right side of the truck, I had to fight it. Eventually, I had just to put screws. I mean, you have no idea. So I eventually had to get creative and just re-screw things, because I couldn't get this damn thing to open up. And here's what's incredible. My daughter didn't realize I was underneath this truck. I was underneath the truck here. She opens up the door. Power board comes down and crushes me. Up there she is. Look at her. Oh, she's showing off the flames. Now I don't know where they're going. Did you just see this? I have no idea. Yeah, the kid, teenagers, right? So she comes out as I'm on the ground, and the power steps come down. Thank God the truck is high enough. It was my Jeep Grand Wagoneer, but the steps are now into my chest, and I'm yelling like, "Holy crap!" Yeah, the ice lived another day, right? Jesus Christ. So I'll have to do a ton of blowing and cleaning out of this thing when my bed rug comes in. So it's so cool is realtruck.com. I put an order on the internet for the bed rug, and literally that thing's being delivered today. Versus a Ford dealer, I ordered that thing basically the day I bought the truck, and that thing is not going to be in until maybe the 26th, 27th, or later of the month. I canceled that order. So that'll be a little another project. Here's all the, what do you do with this stuff here? I mean, sincerely. But it's really interesting. There's a guy supposedly going to buy my CVO 23 that I traded in for the Fast Johnny. He's actually reached out to my YouTube channel a few times, and he actually reached out and said on the 23 CVO that you traded in, that platinum color, he said, would you sell me the windshield and the exhaust back? And you know what? I was like, what? I'm like, I wouldn't do that. I mean, all reality, if the dealer told me to give back the exhaust and the windshield, so I said to him, you know what? And here's the thing. Maybe he's going to sell the Chromeworks exhaust. I don't know. But I told guys, like, look, you can have the factory windshield back and the factory mufflers. I would just give those to you. I mean, I did. I told him that. I'm like, I just didn't feel right about, to me, it's like this. The factory exhaust, in my eyes, borderline just throw it away. The factory windshield, who's going to buy this stuff? Here we come. Look, the kid put flames on the car. She put flames on the car. Look. Yeah, who's driving this car down the road with flames on the car? Yeah, okay, here they come. Here's the antics of the morning. Where'd y'all go?
I showed him where the Australian Shepherd lives.
Oh, how's the flame car doing? Does the flaming guy know? Has the flaming guy recognized what's on his car?
No.
Are you ever going to tell him?
No.
Really?
I'm gonna get more.
You're going to get more. Nice. So my dad's oblivious that he's the flame guy. So just picture him. We go to church. He drives us to church, or whatever, and his elders.
Flamethrower mobile.
Flamethrower. I thought it was the booger thrower.
No, it's the flamethrower.
Okay, here he is. Here he comes. Here comes the.
Don't bring it up.
Is he wearing the same thing as he wore yesterday?
Do not bring it up.
It looks like it. Here you go. Hey there. How you doing? Hey, you're not wearing shorts today. As we plow this into my truck. Woo! That's right. Close. I better hold the door before we... Yeah. You're wearing pants today. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Just that day of the week. This is pants day.
I think it's more about the weather day.
Tomorrow's no pants day.
This is a project, just getting in and out of this car, man. This is a workout.
It's an accomplishment.
Just to go get coffee in the morning.
It's an accomplishment.
Have you ever missed a day of getting coffee if it wasn't for you being sick?
No, I'd go into shock.
Yeah, see, my dad drives to the Starbucks every morning. Every morning. Say what, baby? Are you getting a little impatient?
And then they always ask me for a receipt. And I tell her, if you put your phone number on, I'll take it.
No, they always ask if you want a receipt.
Right.
And you say to the lady, if you put your phone number on it, then I'll take the receipt.
Right.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, they know who this guy is.
You know what?
What?
I've done that a dozen times, and they never put their phone number on it.
Yeah, wait till you meet a guy and you say that.
Right.
Yeah, be careful. You may meet it. You don't know what you're dealing with anymore, buddy. You better be careful on those comments.
That's right. I'm an it.
And there it is. So anyways, yeah, so the guy's buying the CVO, but you know what? He said he's thinking about it. But anyways, just so you know, I was like, And the whole point of the conversation is, here you got these exhausts, these mufflers over here. Sincerely, do you really think that these things have any value besides being thrown in the recycling bin? Does somebody really want the factory exhaust like Mr. Sanchez? Apparently he's already done a cam. He's already done a bunch of things. Mr. Sanchez out there has got the 2024 Road Glide 117 motor, and he's already cammed it. He's already made it his pocket rocket, which is pretty cool to hear of him making it special for himself. And here I've got the leftover Road Glide CVO in disguise. So yeah, you know, and for me, once again, it wasn't for me having all these toys, all these vehicles. Would I get more personalized and do a lot more things to them? I would, but it's just so much money, and then do I keep it? And that's always the challenge. It's for me, just here reach out. You got to do this, I got to do that. I've talked about it many times. The challenge is, if I only have a few vehicles, it makes sense. If I don't get rid of vehicles, it makes sense. But for me, it's way too dangerous because I'm always getting rid of things. But boy, oh boy, in my life, if I could keep the certain vehicles in my life right now, we'll talk about that another day. So I'm going to kind of wrap it up. We're in conversation. Once again, just reaching out because it just seems like since I'm down here in Florida, the coughing hacking has really changed. And so that's all. Just kind of reach out for that. And I just figured I'd share some more stories, which I like to do. And overcast, rainy day today and tomorrow. And then next week, it's into the 60s. And up north, it's snowing up there where my place is. I can see that all my video surveillance I have on my property. So, and it's cool, but it's going to kind of warm up tomorrow. It's nothing big up there. But as always, everybody, hey, appreciate everybody watching my channel. Appreciate everybody watching my channel. And as always, I hope everybody has a blessed Saturday. And tomorrow will be Sunday. We'll go to church. And what is the message tomorrow? What is the lesson tomorrow? And the Word of God through the Bible. So stay tuned. Does any more antics come along today? You never know with me. Something could play out. And do I do a show of bed rug video? I've done so many of those. I've done so many how-to videos of a lot of things I have. You can just tune into my channel, look for those. And as always, hey everybody, have a great day. Thanks so much for supporting my channel, and share the word, share the channel, and any ideas, I'll love to hear them. Have a great day. God bless. Stay safe.